that thing over there, that grey thing there with
Yeah.
4 legs and a trunk?
Yes.
What is it?
That, an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? So if the game's on next week, what are you doing?
Okay, you mean, well, Joseph's not there, so
Oh, I just feel so sorry for him. Yeah.
I saw him came out of the hotel this morning and fronted the media. Look, there's no intent to take his head off.
0 intent.
But he just got it wrong. I thought for sure 10 minutes, righto, we can handle 10 minutes.
I'm ranting later. I'm ranting, and I've said it on this show.
Yeah.
You can't ruin the game for the fans.
Yeah.
Brian, you can't have 13. So I'll ask you this.
But what? Okay.
Riddle me this, right? So whatever it is in the judicial land,
Yes.
if it happens, say for example, so the penalty.
Yep.
In our case, Joseph Suaalii, this young kid from Glenmore Park.
Yep.
7.5 minutes into it, and he had no intent. Do we agree with that?
I agree he had no intent, but he wanted to put pressure on Reece Walsh.
Yep.
His eyes weren't looking at him. Unfortunately, he got it wrong.
He got it wrong. That's fine.
Clipped him.
Okay, so in that event, yes, okay, take him out of the game. If he's taken Reece out of the game, take him out of the game.
Yep.
I get that.
Let's put Birdo on.
Let's put Birdo on. But what I'm saying is we kill the game. The game is the fans.
Yeah.
And that many texts, we're calling the game last night, that many texts said, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Including our man, Beastovich.
I don't think they did, though. Got the ratings.
They're all full of crap.
Yeah.
Well, we're all going to bed.
Yeah, but they're going to bed alone.
But there's still texts us about things that happened about an hour later.
Yeah.
But they all said that, right? And it's fair. The game is the fans. The game is not Joseph Suaalii. It's not Craig Knuckles Greenhill.
Yeah.
It's not Gordon Tallis. The game is the fans. And I've said this on this very program, and now it's starting to light up. We have to maintain 13 on 13 for the betterment of the fans. For example, if Joseph Suaalii, which he did, 7.5 minutes into the game, does the same act but 5 minutes to go, the punishment is not the same, is it?
No.
No.
No was near.
No. So if he's erred, take him out, spend an interchange, which we've shared. We've been waxing lyrically on this very station. Cost yourself an interchange to get somebody on.
Mm.
You can't have 13 on 12. It stuffs the game.
Well, it did, especially at that level.
But we've said that on this show, Brian.
Yeah,
Why does it take a couple of buffoons like us who are only rating 3 on their way to 5? Why does it take us, Brian?
Well, they keep saying they want to change the rules and all that sort of stuff. Look, if it was me, it didn't look, it wasn't intentional. When I think of a send-off,
Yep.
I'm thinking of guys coming in and coat-hangering people.
Yep.
I see guys like thuggery.
Yeah. Okay.
This was the
goons.
furthest. Yeah,
Goons.
Goons
So people say to me, okay, if you come up with that rule, goons will come in. If it's intentional,
well, you can tell the difference.
Western Webb.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yep.
Gone. But that wasn't intentional. That's a young boy from Glenmore Park playing his first state of origin. He's a key man, moves up. Buss got it wrong. Reece slips. I felt so, and people go, oh, why do you feel sorry for him? Don't you feel sorry for Reece? Yes, I feel sorry for Reece. But Reece has got about 35 origins in front of him.
Yeah.
Our man Joseph, yes, he's got $1.6 million a year in front of him. But he's wanted to do that his whole life. His whole family's turned up. If you're not human and you can't see that, and you turn up, they've all gone to the game.
But hang on, you just said that he deserved to be sent off. You're saying...
No, I don't personally think he should be sent off. But under the current rules, yes.
Yeah.
Under the current rules, yes. Right? But I don't agree with the current rules.
Okay. That's
He's
fine.
a young kid who had no intent.
No intent.
If you come out there with a sledgehammer and go, bang, see you later, Western Webb, because people say, oh, you're in a grand final, I'd send a goon out there to go and clear his head off.
Yeah.
I get that.
It wasn't a shoulder charge. It was technically, he just got a fraction wrong.
Run me through his mindset milliseconds before getting to Reece. What was it?
Okay, well, he's defending. He can see Reece out the back. He would have watched numerous videos.
Yep.
He said he'll sweep around the back.
Yep.
I've got to get to him before it gets to Hammer.
Yes.
I'm marking Hammer.
Yep.
So I've got to get to this kid before
Correct.
he passes his ball.
Yep.
I'm going to put pressure on him. At the last minute, Reece slips.
Yep.
The thing that gives it away for me, saying it wasn't intentional, is where his eyes were. His eyes.
Saying it is or isn't?
No, it wasn't intentional.
It wasn't intentional.
Because he was looking to his left. Bends his back as we're taught. Clipped him on the
I personally think he did nothing wrong. Second thing, I'm going to get on my me grandstand here. Brooks is loving this.
Get on your
Producer's
right.
loving.
I'm trying to agree with you.
Get on your soapbox.
No, my soapbox is another thing that I've shared on this program many times. Trent Robinson, whether it's Trent Robinson, whether it's Shane Flanagan, whether it's Wayne Bennett, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Rats us. They have already given up Joseph Suaalii. They've already given him up. So they've already lost him for week 1. They've already lost him potentially for the backing up component. And now he's got to spend 4 or 5 weeks, depending on how they go about it, sidelined in the jersey of the Roosters for a jersey he hasn't worn.
Yeah, we're going into different territory now.
Yeah, but it's not right. It's just not right. We need to have the suspension aligned with a jumper. 1300 01 1170 to have your say, or text.
Oh, they're off the bit.
0457
They're off the bit.
But what do you think, Brian?
I don't agree with you in the sense of if you're off, you can get replaced.
But you want to go 13 on 12.
Well, I do because
Why?
Well, that's the way it's always been.
But who's the game about? Is it about Joseph? Is it about the person who erred? It's about the fans. Did you or did you not? And I was on a text thread with you. Matthew Johns, another person who said, I'm going to bed. And who didn't on their WhatsApp chat get a I'm going to bed text?
Yeah, there's a few of them. There was a few of them, but as you mentioned earlier, that they wouldn't have. But wouldn't it have been Wouldn't this have been a great story if we won it
at 20 to 10? At 20 to 10,
with 12 men, we could be talking about.
Yep.
We weren't far off.
No,
weren't far off.
No, I agree with that.
That's the other side of it. The narrative might have been, oh, look, this is what a gutsy win, by the way. Even if we just got within 2, it sort of blew out at the end, didn't it? The last 3 tries.
What do you mean sort of blew out? It
did.
massively blew out. At 20 to 10, when Ben Hunt raced away, we had 4,000 people on him. I don't know how he got out of that, but my speech at halftime, if I was Madge, and I'm sure it was something similar to this, was, boys, you've got a chance. We've been doing State of Origin for 40-plus years. You have an opportunity right now that not many do.
I'm sure he would have
to
said
have
that.
the most famous comeback of all time. And by gee, they ripped.
We were close. We were very close.
We were.
And so it's not as bad as it looks. Although it was 28 points. Brooks, welcome.
Hey,
you've walked into a tsunami here.
I like Joel's passion for this. I was trying to think about it before the show.
There's a butt coming.
Of course. You were saying the fans, but half the fans would not agree with what you said. The Queensland fans. Well, let's reverse the situation. Even the Blues fans wouldn't cop that. You got to if you lose a star like that under those circumstances, you are expected to play against 12.
I've got a question.
Unintentional.
Still.
I've got a question.
You're expected to play against 12.
When you use the word goon, and we've all seen players, or also been coached by players who would say
it wouldn't happen today.
It wouldn't happen today.
No. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. There is no way in the world Joseph went out and to maim that. No way in the world.
No way in the world.
I can tell by the way his technique. That's how he does it with the Roosters.
Yeah.
They fly in.
I feel so sorry for him. And people go, oh, yeah, but don't you feel sorry for Reece? This kid has given his whole life for this. Joseph Suaalii set off in State of Origin number 1. Records tumbled for Queensland. 28-point win. Queensland's biggest win in Sydney. Their previous best was 16 in 1988. And it's their biggest win since Game 3, 2015, 52 points to 6. Second biggest Game 1 win, 36-6 in 1989 and 38 points. Most points scored ever at Accor Stadium in a State of Origin with over 77,000 in attendance, Brian.
So people didn't switch off, people didn't go to bed. I'm digging this. So he had that about going to AFL rank round. I don't mind this one either. How about as punishment? Suaalii has to drive with Gordon from Sydney to Melbourne for the next game. I like it. Let's get those sort of punishments in. 04. What is it? 04.
57.
736 736. Send in what you think should be the punishment for Joseph.
What does Reece Walsh think about the punishment for Joseph? Here he is for Channel 9.
Let's talk about that hit. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. He got me flush on the chin, I think. So, yeah. It's all part of the game, so it was a good hit, and just got to keep rolling the punches.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about the hit, really? I mean, it was dangerous contact. Do you think he got what he deserved, or is this just footy? What are we thinking?
Oh, I don't really want to comment on, about too much on that side. I'll let, the people take care of that, but, I just got to go out there and keep playing footy, so, yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Does part of you feel a bit for Joey Suaalii?
Oh, at the end of the day, you know, you make a decision and you just got to live with it. So, yeah, that's footy.
Okay, so this will tie into the next clip, but my daughter, Brian Miller, who you know, she's a devotee to Reece Walsh. Beautiful eyes, as 90% of Australia are. She's gone out of her way to watch him twice.
Yep.
Yesterday for the State of Origin, and you saw what happened. And the only other time, she texted me during the game, she said, Dad, I think I'm the mock. She went to see him play against the Panthers.
When he got belted there too.
Both times, he'd left within about 5 minutes of the game. So, yes, you are, darling, a mock. But speaking of which, Michael Maguire, the coach of New South Wales and the captain of New South Wales, Jake Trbojevic, they had this to say.
Earlier on in the year, I think he ended up with a broken jaw, I think, and there was no send-off. So it's a big call at this level. I mean, it's tackle, he's falling, and but again, I'll have to have another look at it. But I think it's a massive call for a game like this.
Oh, yeah, it was a tough one. Yeah, I didn't expect him to get sent off, for being honest. Just probably because of the enormity of the game, but that's the way it went. It was tough. But as Matt said, there was periods of the game we were to take a lot of confidence from. There, probably the first 20 minutes of the second half, I thought we were on top. With 12 men, so got to give a lot of credit to the lads. They worked really hard, and we put ourselves in a position there to be, puncher's chance at the back end, which is nice.
Okay, there you go. Thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, no, it was. And as I was saying earlier, if we got the cash, we'd be talking about this as one of the greatest New South Wales performances. Unfortunately, they were too good for us on the day, but we're down in Melbourne. Let's move forward. We're a chance. We're a chance in Melbourne.
Okay, let's move forward, right? And
our tactics were, one thing, I was sitting behind the post and I couldn't believe how wide they were in defence. Like, I was thinking, this is a bit odd. I don't know whether it was a game plan.
New South Wales?
Yeah, in defence.
With a man down, though.
No, this was before
really?
Joseph got sent off. And I was sitting with all the Blatchies and I was watching us because you get a different angle. And I was thinking, I was thinking maybe they were petrified of Hammer.
Yep.
And they thought, well,
petrified Sivana Siva, yeah.
Yeah, so I was maybe thinking, right, we got to get to make sure that we double team over there on the Hammer. But Queensland were very, very smart. We obviously went to the edge, but they were just ploughing through the middle, getting quick play the balls. And in Origin, you have to slow the play the ball down.
If you get to the base player of you two, you've got to be on your game, don't you, Brian?
You do. You do. But I just wish we would just cheat a little bit more.
Okay.
Hold them down.
Right. So this
I know I shouldn't be saying that, but
this is the conundrum that I have. And I want to call a spade a spade.
Yes.
I love Jake Trbojevic and everything he brings to the game.
Yep.
But I wasn't in favour of the captaincy. For me, Isaiah Yeo was the captain, had to start. He played 29 minutes. That's fine. And it's hard to say because he is the most likeable, lovely bloke. But
there's a but.
But you can't double down on wrong.
Yep.
Right? Sometimes in life, in whatever it is, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong.
What are you saying, Joel? We don't like reading between the lines here.
What I'm saying is that you've got Isaiah Yeo, who has been a co-captain for the team, who's won the last 3 premierships.
Yep.
The year before winning the 3 premierships, they made a grand final with the best defence in the comp. They've got the best defence in the comp again. What does a bloke need to do to be the captain of the state and start the team?
Yeah, I know. This is it. Lundy wants to say Joseph Suaalii's punishment should be a 30-minute lecture from Gary from Newdown. I don't mind that. Punishment for Joseph Suaalii, house hunting with the tourist.
But the test is this. The test is this, which I'm guessing they're going to hold firm because that's what rugby league does. We make a commitment. We double down, which I say you can't double down on wrong. I think it was wrong. And I said it before the game. Isaiah Yeo was the obvious captain coming into this. Fatty Vaughton has not doubled down on wrong. We're going to share this after the break.
All right, share it.